Hi, I'm Morgan and I created Hustle and Play. It is a beautiful workbook that contains a framework for living our life in presence and curiosity and playfulness. And I thought I'd pop on and just explain what it is because it's kind of big and beautiful, and it works in this really cyclical, rhythmic way. And so it helps us deprogram the linear way of building our lives that most of us have been taught. That linear way really serves a capitalist, white supremacist, patriarchal world. The way that we've been taught is that all our hours are created equal, all our days are created equal, our seasons are created equal, and that none of us are never enough, as the way that we build our schedules and our lives on that linear myth sets us up for failure again and again and again. And depending on your socioeconomic status or your lot in life, that not enoughness can really pile on over time. When the truth is that we were all born perfect and playful and curious, and if we could tap into that more and more and more, we would solve our own problems with a lot more ease, a lot more connection, and a lot more joy. And so this framework serves that purpose. And I believe that if we are doing that more, we are serving our communities and ourselves in a more beautiful, just, and joyful way. And so the process is through a cycle of what's called a cycle of improvement, where we are reflecting, visualizing, and practicing in cycles. And the way that we reflect and why we reflect is we're checking in with where we've been and where we are in this moment, in our feelings and our priorities and our values, what's working and what isn't. And we take that information and we visualize forward. And we do that in categories: hustle, play, push, and move. And we visualize. Notice I'm not using the word plan. I used to use the word plan, but I realize that's not what we're doing. We're reflecting and we're visualizing with the information that we have. How might this look if going forward, if I was tapping a little bit more into my strengths, my values, my priorities? And then we practice with that information. So in real life, I visualized it this way. How does it actually look? And then we reflect again, visualize, and practice. And we do that in annual, seasonal, monthly, and weekly cycles. And it looks a little bit different in each cycle because we want to be assessing the reality that we are showing up differently in these cycles, right? My life, my energy, my body is different in summer as it is in winter, because that is what nature wants of us, as has made of us humans. And our conditioning does not support those truths, right? And so if we can start to shape our lives around the natural way that we show up, we can start to be more joyful, curious, and yes, successful, quote, more money, more career aligned, in a way that is serving our greatest strengths and our greatest genius. And so this practice is truly life-changing. It gets better the longer that you do it. The beginning is very challenging because we are simultaneously unlearning so much about what we've been taught about focusing on goals and timelines and what we have come to expect of our production and our productivity. We are unlearning so much there while simultaneously learning how to play and how to be curious and how to show up for ourselves in a new way. This is challenging work, but it is skill building that will serve you for your highest purpose, your favorite self, for the rest of your life. And I have ample evidence now in my own life and in so many clients' lives, or so many people in the hustle and play community, where magical kind of imagination expansion happens, and our lives begin to take shape in ways that we never could have thought. So that's my bumpy way of explaining what hustle and play is. I'm going to make some other videos getting into the nitty-gritty of how to actually do it. But if you are interested in cultivating a life that has possibility beyond what you have been conditioned to imagine, I encourage you to take a look at the website, take a look at the Instagram, and think about the parts of your life that go ignored on a regular basis, and talk to some folks who have maybe used hustle and play before. You are welcome to reach out to me directly. But the truth is, if we're going to break the cycles of burnout, if we are going to break the cycles of white supremacy and capitalist-driven priorities and goals, we're going to have to create a new system in itself. And I do believe that hustle and play offers that, at least as an opening. And, you can see where you go from there. But that's what it is. And we will talk about how to do all these components in other videos. So thank you for listening.